Welcome. Let me show you around the tool. Then I'll teach you how to quickly create a single room or an entire floor plan, personalizing the space with furnishings, paint colors, and accessories that accentuate your style. You'll learn how to walk through the space to immerse yourself in your design and see where you can impact an area with materials or enhance a room with accessories. Then select from a wide variety of furnishing options and hone in on the exact choices that you need. Let's get started with a new design. A project can start from a template with already populated furnishings or a clean slate using the empty template. The templates are in subcategories, so you can easily filter the templates to find the best one for your new project. Left-click to select a template and it will start your new project. You can work in 2D or 3D to view your space. Toggle between the two environments. In the 2D environment, your project will lay on top of a grid background that'll help you visualize the scale of the space. The grid is 1 foot by 1 foot in an imperial environment and 300 millimeters in the metric environment. If you're on your computer and using a mouse, hold down the right mouse button and the project will pan in the direction of your mouse until you release the mouse button. This action is valid in both 2D and 3D. If you're on a tablet or a smartphone, keep your finger pressed down on the screen and pan around the project. If you want the project magnified on the screen, there are convenient zoom tools docked on the left of the screen. Zoom in, zoom out, or zoom all to fit the entire project on the screen. Alternatively, if you're on your computer and using a mouse, you can scroll wheel to zoom in and zoom out. If you are on a tablet or smartphone, use a two-finger pinch to zoom action to zoom in and out. When you select an element, like a wall, it will highlight. It's now active. Dimensions will appear to indicate the length of the wall and the distance between it and other surrounding walls. Holding down your left mouse icon, you can slide the wall into a new position. The dimensions will update while you're moving the wall. Instead of the zoom tools, you'll notice that there is now a move icon and a delete icon. The move tool automatically activates when you select the wall. And if you choose the delete tool, the wall will disappear. At the top of the tools, docked on the left icon bar, you'll find an undo icon that will undo your last revision. Once you select undo, the redo icon will appear to allow you to redo the modification. Above the undo icon is the save icon to save your work as you go. When you force a save, you can add an iteration note that helps remind you what you did during this revision. Finally, the exit icon will take you out of the project and let you start another. The rooms icon reveals added room shapes and single walls that you can add to your project. Select the form that you want and move your cursor onto the project screen. The outline of the room you are inserting will appear red if you're trying to overlap the existing space. It will appear as a green outline if you're inserted adjacent to an existing room. Once you have the room in the desired location, left-click to insert it. To insert a single wall, select the single wall icon. Then left-click to start the wall and left-click again where you want to stop. A wall will form. Select the single wall icon again if you need additional walls. Every wall inserted using the Rooms tools can be moved and deleted as required. Select the build icon to insert doors, windows, HVAC, and equipment elements. The elements will appear and use the scroll bar to view all the available options. Next, select the filter icon to narrow down the selections. The filter tool allows you to search a specific keyword or refine the choices based on category, manufacturer, and in the case of doors and windows, width and height. Once you find the item you want, click it to insert it and move the cursor onto the project screen. Left-click to insert it where you desire. You can only insert doors and windows into a wall. The Furnish icon includes furniture, appliances, cabinets, plumbing, electrical, electronics, and accessories to add to your project. Each subfolder element type will have a different filtering options to pare down the selections and find the best element for your project. Once you select an element under the Furnish category and insert it into a project, you can choose it to move or rotate. The rotate function displays an on-screen rotation indicator to help you precisely rotate the element to the perfect angle. On the sidebar, Furnish elements also evoke the information and delete icons. In addition, the information dialog box will give details about the selected element and offer the ability to orbit the element so you can see it from various vantage points. The material icon evokes materials for walls, floors, and ceilings. Select the desired finish and left-click to apply it inside the project. Materials have a sub-element of countertops that can change the cabinet's default countertop material to an alternate material. Select the filter icon to narrow down the selections. The filter tools allow you to search a specific keyword or refine the choices based on category or manufacturer. There are two different 3D modes. Orbit mode will initially place you above and outside the project. Next, hold down your mouse button and you'll orbit around the model. If you move the scroll wheel on your mouse, you will zoom in or zoom out. In walk mode, your vantage point comes from a camera at eye level inside the project. Hold down your mouse button and you will pan around the room. Walk mode initiates an on-screen navigation tool. If you place your finger or mouse over the tool and hold it down, you'll start to move through the model, and a circle will appear on the navigation tool to show you which way you're moving. On the sidebar to the left, the reset icon can place the project back to its original view if you get lost in your navigation. When you exit, you'll be prompted to save your changes before exiting. You can type an iteration note with each save to remind you of the project changes you made during the session. The project will appear in My Projects area. When you create a project, it will save under the My Projects area. In the upper right corner of the My Projects area, if you're logged in, it will list your email address and a hamburger menu with a link to the Learning Center, feedback, settings, or to log out. Settings include the option to change your display name, the default units of measurement, and if you like to see shadows in your project files. Click Save to update your settings. If you have registered, you can have multiple projects. If you haven't registered, you're limited to a single project. Registration also unlocks the ability to share, download, and add a picture to the project. You can download the project in JSON format. Once downloaded, you can share the file with someone else. To open a downloaded project, use the Upload icon in the upper right corner of the My Projects area. Upload a JPEG, PNG, or bitmap file to represent your file instead of the default image that it creates. Use an inspirational photo or take a screen capture of your actual project file. Share your project with others and they'll gain access to your project. Work simultaneously in the shared project file. Once you click Share, type the recipient's email address and indicate to give them View Edit or View Only privileges to your file. They'll receive an email with a link to your project. Once a project is shared, a Share icon will appear in the upper right of the online tool when you open the shared project. When the collaborator is in the file with you, their email address will appear beside the icon. Select the Info icon to update information regarding your project. Give the project a name, description, and categorize it under the Project Info tab. Under the Settings tab, select the units of measurement and lock walls, openings, or entire rooms from editing. Once you have the actual measurements locked in, it ensures no one can move anything in the real project. Under the Version tab, each saved iteration will be listed. You can download a previous iteration if you want to go back to a previous idea. A download iteration can be opened by selecting the Upload icon in the upper right corner of the My Projects area. The iteration will add it to your list of projects. Use the Delete icon to remove the project from your project list. Open and start working on your project by selecting the Open Project icon. In the My Projects area, you can start a new project by selecting the New Design icon. By selecting the icon, you're transferred to select a template to start the new design. Get started on your new project today.